Hey, we're back again. I'm still here. It's now 3:46. I'm just staying online. And how are we all our relations? What does that mean? It means that we're all related. It means that my life isn't any more important than yours. That we are together as one. Why I put Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Bob up on. Hey, buddy. Hey, it's always good. You're here for dinner. I started here at breakfast. Anyway, like I said, I got about how much time on my battery? Uh, 4 hours. And got a friend who's having a party. It's still cloudy, but not rainy. And if I can figure out how to make it to their house, I might go. But they don't want people there till 6 or 7, and so anyway, here just seeing how you're doing, you know, seeing are you ready to face what's coming, you know. I have a lot of friends from every kind of quadrant of reality, and I have a lot of, you know, I don't have just liberal friends or conservative friends or this kind of friends or that kind of friends. So, you know, um, people who get to know me understand that I represent everybody and that pretty representative of every ideology and not believing in any of them. So I have a very strong theologic background, meaning I went to a seminary to be a Catholic priest, and then 15 years later, I found myself in a Jewish Lubavitcher to be a rabbi uh, scholar, and I studied other theologic motifs because as I was studying deep, long trends of thousands of years for the corporate structure, I kind of had to understand pretty much everything to the point to realize I understand, or no, not that I don't know anything, you know? And, Socrates was declared the smartest person in Greece by the Oracle of Delphi. And Socrates said, no, 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 that can't be true. That it must show that the Oracle has no idea what it's talking about. And then he used the Socratic process of putting it in a box and taking everything apart. And then he got to the point, oh, I see what the Oracle's saying. The Oracle's saying because I keep saying I don't know what I'm talking about, I must be the smartest guy. And he's right. Right. So the smart person is the one who says, I don't know, you know, I'll have to look into that. I want to know more about it. I can give you what I feel I know about this or that, but it's only that. It's not like I know. So I have a lot of born again Christian, Christian, and every kind of religious faction. I have friends in, right? Because they know that I accept them who they are, and I'm honest with them about who I am, and I'm honest about what I know and don't know, and I'm always willing to say, God bless you, and aloha, and shalom, and shalom, and salam alaikum. I'm there to embrace everyone's love. That's what I'm there to do. I'm only serve one thing: love's co-creation, and that's what manifests across the board of all our relations, right? Not any singular ideology. And I remember, if I had any talent, it's to be a lucky guy. And one of the luckiest things I had was to go through a school system in Long Island that was just changing from being very rural to being kind of suburban. And there were a lot of rich people and poor people, and they put them together, not separate. Like in Asheville, they took the black education system because it's better than the white one in the 1970s and 80s, and then let everyone come to it, and then took the best parts out of it and gave it just to the white people, and took the worst parts and gave it to the black people, and that's Asheville's, North Carolina public school system. And that's why it went from actually being one of the best places for black people to live to one of the worst places for them to live. Meaning, when they put 420 in, um, you know, the Robert Moses philosophy of social deconstruction, they put it right to the black community and built them housing projects that were basically prisons. And Tabby Gabbard is the only presidential person I see who's talking about what's going on because she's been there on the ground. She is the only person who's served in a war zone running for president. You know, so she knows that we don't need to go into any more wars. We've been at war 19 years in Afghanistan. 17, 18 years in Iraq, and really, if you look underneath what our government has been doing. We've been at war in these places, since the First World War. To the Versailles um, document after World War One basically said, okay, we're going to have war from now on because the banking cartels made a lot of money out of it. So go look at David Icke. He's a good guy to look at. And everyone in that whole genre, Chris Hedgens, um, Joseph P. Farrell, um, there's a ton of folks who are scholarly, right, in their own right, in their own discipline. And you put them all together and you can see the worldview of what's going on. And, so I have my Christian friends, oh, the end times are coming, Donald Trump is, no. Now, the empire, this present flavor of the empire may collapse, but that's okay. That's just a different branding of the thing, And we go into the Hunger Games. So I just it got quiet here in the dining room, so I just wanted to come together with you and see what's up, and to give because I'm very limited to my access to the internet. It's at one of these 6 different restaurants I can go to. So it's, I can't do any evening, late night, 4-hour chats where we go into a guided meditation. And I apologize for that. But that's my limitations. I was kind of thrown out of the school. And I really, really, really personally enjoy being where I'm at now because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Right? And that's a good thing. So anyway, is that my phone ring? Could be, but I'll let it ring. Or I'll go see. Hold on. What was that? Oh, no, you got the wrong one. Sorry about that. I'm back. Someone thought I was a bookstore. Anyway, hey Plugnuts, how you doing, buddy? So Bugnuts, what do you think are the moral dynamics of being a human being? Why are we here? What are we doing here? What are we supposed to be doing here? What do you think? You think it's only about, working out and looking buff, or dyeing our hair, or being rich or famous, or you think it's about that, or is it about, you know, understanding that we are a spiritual being living in a material illusion that is our sandbox, so we can learn to play nice with the other spiritual beings? You think it's just about, getting our rocks off? I think it's just about, the Greek philosophers basically said, so what's good and bad? They said, well, what seemingly is good is being righteous and serving the general good and betterment of everybody. But it seemingly the people who lie, cheat, and steal um, have a better life than everyone who tries to do a good thing. And that's kind of the story of Job. Job was the most righteous guy there was, and then he gets given the worst deal going. You know. So, what do you three think? That's the job of the griot. Tell you a story and then ask you a question. That's the job of the sensei. The sensei is the teacher, but without students doing, carrying the water of, like, teacher puts out a question, the students think about it, and then try to give real reality. That lifts their conscious free will up, rather than just staying in the plane of masturbation in the bag of water. So what do you guys think? Think it's all, just, jerk off a little stronger, is that it? Or is it about carrying the water of your soul? What is it about? I don't know. Yeah. Where did my comment go? Yeah, where did your comment go? You know, well, the only thing I know about YouTube is that they really must be watching me, because they give me the hardest time about everything. They make it hard for me to do what I'm doing. They intermittently just take things out without making any real essence about anything. And so, from my standpoint, I must be doing a pretty good job. You know. Now I'm waiting for AI to ask me out on a date, and the guys there at the Hidden Hand central office at the Council on Foreign Relations. Hey, I've worked for you before. You know, I was one of Dr. Quigley's favorite kids. You know, and I know you guys know enough to know that rebranding is coming, and to go into a harsh fascist state. I mean, we're in a soft fascist state right now. And the best slave to have is one that thinks it's not a slave. Oh, there we go. Aaron, guess we got Ward being we come back to experience. This is aware here to learn. Experience is needed for our soul. This is very true. That's exactly it. We're And Source was bored with what was going on, and that's how we got invented. And that's why Lucifer got so pissed off, because he was head of heaven, and the hegemony from heaven and the war that broke out in heaven is what created the Big Bang and created this material illusion of time. And, you read the Bible, it's the Alpha and the Omega, meaning the Big Bang is the thing. So everything from the Alpha to the Omega happened all at once. And so our experience is already done. But we're given this temporal motif, to experience, to get experience. That's what this is about. That's why the idea of reincarnation kind of, makes sense that then, God isn't some, insipid twit who just loves watching, pulling the wings off of flies, that we're here to learn, and if it takes us 100 billion lives to learn, well, okay, it's going to take us 100 billion lives. But if we all step up to our conscious free will and be awake like Buddha, we can all go home like that, because the Big Bang is like that. It wasn't like, it's not like bang, and then that's the illusion of the material, right? Oh, it's good that you ponder the question, and that's, what part of the experience is. I mean, go read the Greeks, go read, you know, Socrates and Plato and everyone that came before them and came after them. This, and that's all I've been doing because that's all I can be doing. Unless I'm talking to you guys, I'm sitting in a hammock reading theology, philosophy, history, things of that nature. Because I'm still writing, but I not that I've stopped writing. I'm still writing, but I went from specifically writing these novels to realizing that I was just venting, and I'm going to have to go back and edit all of that into a better storyline. But it got me pretty far in both those, the cover page and, the other one, Widow in Hot Pants. So, yes, it's the we and me. By me, what makes me happy is when I make others happy. One of the sad parts of the last 3 years is living with the canary in the coal mine. Um, it's hard being that person watching the other person. Um, yes, it's informative to me to understand certain human dynamics, to watch the canary in the coal mine flitter around. But it's hard for me as an empathetic human being who wants to help to not really be able to help, you know. And that's why the last psychic break with the canary, and it was like scary. And then I was screamed at to get out. I said, okay, fine. I couldn't leave that night, but next day I put as much stuff in my car and I took off. I had no money. I've had to, really pinch pennies in the last 2 weeks, and but it's good because it peels away the illusion of the material more and more, that you just have to sleep under and the canary kind of said, are you okay? Are you okay? Well, sure, I'm okay. But my life's, like I'm living under in a hammock underneath a tarp, you know. But because I'm not, I can't afford to eat anything um, except coffee and a cheese sandwich every now and then. Um, you know, uh, I've been drinking bark tea and eating berries from the land I'm on. So there's snakes and there's bugs and there's everything that could bite me, but because I smell like the forest because of what I'm eating and I'm not showering, I have no shower or bathtub or anything. Your body does a lot better. Your skin does a lot better. Yes, if I get ickiness on the hand, I'll wash it off with a hose, but from the spring. But I'm not taking any heated showers. Now that hose from the spring is like 400 feet, and it's in the sun, so I can 400 feet of that's almost that's a hot shower. So with the garden hose, but I don't do it every day. and it actually is better for my skin, it's better for me. Right. When your life is only about you have a very shallow life, you know. When it's like, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me, and everyone else is against me. No, the only person against me is me. I'm the only chucklehead who's going to get in my own way, right? So, and that's why I don't complain, and I have no remorse. I made mistakes, but I've learned from them, and I try to constantly learn from them, right? But I don't go, oh, I wish I did that, because if anything comes into my um, thing, and it's oh, I should go do that. That's worthwhile. I should help that person. I should help manifest this happen. Oh, I may not make any money out of it. I may not get any notoriety out of it. But if I can make a good thing happen, well, that's a good thing, you know, and that'll make me happy, right? Now, my brother and other people go, you made your choices. You should be a millionaire. But no, I am a millionaire. I live like a millionaire, but I'm not one. I take my grandma's, that's what you said you need to do. To go into a room, you own it, you know? So, anyway, 4:08, 21 minutes and 38 seconds. So, Uncle Pugnut says here, I feel like you enrich your own life by helping others. So, how do you think, the Lucky Five? Tell me about your self-enrichment by helping others. Tell me what you think we're here to do, what life's about, you know? You see, I'm here. This is my lake, Watoga Lake in Tennessee. And this thing has a coastline of 1,200 miles because they flooded a sawtooth mountain range. So the water goes through all the hollows. And it flooded out towns. There's a place called Butler that when the TVA lowers the lake to clean the edges, um, one sec.4c. You can go look at the town. And now the Butler that they built takes the place. The old Butler is about a tenth of the size. So, a good 90% of the people of the old town of Butler were pushed into obscurity. You know, 4 pieces to make. Okay, gotcha. Anyway, Uncle Fugnuts, I assume, is working at a pizza parlor, which is good. I love pizza. I can't eat it anymore because I can't, I got no teeth to rip the pizza. I have to break little parts and suck on them. Anyway, I mean, I can eat anything, but it's interesting to have no teeth because you can't bite. You can't eat apples, but you can eat, gum things. And what's really interesting is you make little pieces, you put it in your mouth, and you just kind of let all of the saliva in your mouth has all these great things that break down the food. And that's why you're supposed to chew your food 20 something times. Well, I just let it in there until it breaks down. And then I start, and I kind of mush it around with my gums. And, so anyway, about 30 minutes and 30 seconds, I'm going to buzz off unless more of you are on here. So I implore you to go look at more of the other show. I've got more. I probably get, you know, I got more than 600 shows on my channel, Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Alba, right? And I probably am getting close to 700 because I had 600 back in March, right? So I bet you I'm getting close to 700. And Aaron, what do you got to say? Yeah, vegan, everybody's different. Some people do great on a vegan lifestyle. Others, not so good. So, um, and that is the whole thing about the the body and, and medicine. What's the biggest problem with medicine is that the medical model tries to make everyone fit into a category. Like me, I got diabetes, neuropathy, Charcot legs, diabetic eyes, and a number of other blood things that are kind of like this and are kind of like that, but they're not. So if I just took the medical model and did what they said, I'd be dead. They would chop my legs up, they would crack my legs open, replumb me, put me on drugs, and I'd be dead. I said no, and I studied it myself, and I found it took me almost 3 years to find the 5 doctors who were intrigued by the fact that I almost knew as much as they did about them being doctors, right? And that I could read them in ways that they, whoa, right? So they said, I want you as a patient because I'm going to learn more from you. And like the guy who takes care of my eyes, he made me one of his guinea pigs, right? My endocrinologist, same thing. He goes, I'm learning more from you than I am taking care of you, right? So that's what I do, so that, uh, Pugnuts, I feel like you enrich your own life by helping others. And that, so I'm alive because I've enriched all these doctors. Too bad they're in Virginia and I have to go. And my only way of doing it was staying at the school. And now that, um, the Canary has just go look at John Birmingham's channel. Go ahead. His last, today is Saturday. It's been 2 weeks. I left the school 2 weeks ago today. Now, for me, every day feels like a week. I'm under the hammock. I read books. I write. I go and do this and have a cheese sandwich or a waffle. So, um, but go look at John Birmingham's channel. Go look at him. I mean, look at it. Look at it. And you will see the canary in the coal mine. Go look at it. And that's what I have lived with for 3 years. Right? And I have tremendous empathy because John Birmingham is my friend. I do not give up on my friends. I try to do my best. But, when life and limb is threatened, when, and I'm not really scared so much of my own life and limb. I'm concerned about John's. And, in the last 3 years, he hasn't really hurt himself. But I mean, he really needs, and his real problem is he's a Libra. He does this. When he gets here, he's great, you know. When he's here, he's ecstatic and it's like pretty amazing. When he's here, it's like, whoa. So, but just all you got to do is go look at his channel. And that's all I'll say. And he's my friend, and I care for him a great deal. But I tell you, it's and right now it's August. So between August and the end of November, this is the time to be here. And then after once we get to past December 10th, then it gets really cold and stays really cold, and then it snows and this, and then I'll probably die. So I'll have to figure something out. Maybe one of you would like to have a Socrates to be on your couch. But anyway. So, we're getting close to 30:30. It's 29 minutes and 38 seconds. So, any other? And that's what you should see how veganism resonates with you. Like I said, everybody's different, right? Everyone's. So the dining hall is it's filling up again. It's going to get loud. Um, because there all this glass here, so it bounces off that and gets loud, especially if some kids show up. Oh, there's a baby. It sits next to me. I'm out of here. And but there's six of you, so I bless you all and leave you with our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, and but deliver us from evil. I was in the beginning, is now, ever shall be, world without end. So go back to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Albaba. Look at the past. Go to the other. There must be at least 200 guided meditations. Go watch them, because if you watch them on the channel, it'll be just like we're doing it, right? Because I lead you through it all. You'll go there, you'll experience it, um, and go look at the rest of them. Okay? Okay. I'll see you later. You have a beautiful evening. And I love you all. And get more people to watch us. Get your friends to watch us. Get more people to subscribe. Come on, let's get this. Put this on your hard drive. Um, all of the above. You know. So because I'd love it if I was, you know, put into your digital history. Your thumb drives, your hard drives, CD-ROMs. So if this goes away for some thing, um, you'll have me still, right? Okay. And I'd love anybody wants to come visit. Remember, get a hold of me at the Dude Awake 42 at Gmail. Go look at my novels at xratted.blogspot and stay in touch. I love you all. And if you're in America, you want to talk on the phone, leave your phone numbers on my the Dude Awake 42 at Gmail. Okay. Now it's hard for me to make phone calls. I got to drive 20 or so miles to get online or make a phone call. So, anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I love you, and everyone be happy, and remember all your relations, and remember your you know you are my adepts of the cadre. Okay, this is your shamanic griot Sensei Albab signing off. And remember, Dreamy Dreamland is just here to entertain and enlighten. I love you all. Stay well, be good, be happy. I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll try tomorrow, around 11:30 a.m. Okay? Maybe sometime between 11:30 and 2:30. Okay? Catch you later.